Hi, my name is Jessica.
And I'm Denisse.
And we're
Homies in Retrograde.
Hi, everybody. We're back. It's been a while.
I missed you.
Thank you. How was your trip to Guadalajara?
Yes.
Thank you.
Close enough.
Thank you. Hold on. What is it?
It's Guadalajara.
Okay. This is like a Hermione and Ron situation, which is like, it's
Leviosa. Exactly.
Okay, so you're back in your motherland.
I was.
How was it? How did it go?
It was amazing, mostly because I was on vacation. Mm-hmm. My favorite part was the Airbnb. Mm-hmm. We got like
are you by the beach?
Huh?
Were you by the beach?
No, they don't have a beach there. But we just got a really nice Airbnb, mm-hmm. because of the exchange of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
look at you.
So I was living life, girl. I was we just basically shopped and ate a lot. Mm-hmm. That's mostly it for everything. Actually, that is it.
You didn't see anything like cultural?
Oh, of course. Like basically they have all these small little towns around mm-hmm. the city that you go to, and we kept going back to one called Tlaquepaque. Uh-huh. Say that 3 times.
I can't say it at all.
And it just has like all these little shops with artisanal stuff. I got this backpack. I got this tattoo.
You got a tattoo?
I did.
Whoa.
Because it was so cheap to get it there, so. And then we saw like, mariachis and like the dancers and all that fun stuff.
Did you dance? Do you dance?
I do. I mean, I'm not a professional dancer,
I just feel like you're sometimes so awkward that I cannot imagine you just putting yourself out there and dancing.
Well, I didn't dance out there. It wasn't like that type of vibe. It wasn't like everybody joined in. It was like a performance kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So it would have been kind of weird if I just joined,
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
No, I meant like, how they like the mariachi goes and then people like go and dance.
Yeah. Well, the only place I saw mariachis was at it was like this restaurant and they had mariachis there. Mm-hmm. So I was grubbing. I was eating.
I mean, that's the purest Mexican food you can have.
Oh my gosh. And I have to tell you, I ate meat. I did it. I broke my streak.
What the fuck? Well, I mean, I could imagine it's pretty hard not to in Mexico.
I tried really, really hard, like the first half of the week. Mm-hmm. But it was just really hard. Everything has meat. But just had a little bit of chicken. I'm sorry, chickens. But...
Girl, I would have eaten a steak.
No, I've never liked steak. Really? I'm not a red meat kind of gal.
I fucking hate bacon. I like a savory steak.
Oh my God. My favorite has always been seafood.
I like seafood.
Well, not actually all seafood, just like shrimp and fish.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to do anything in the shell. Thank you, but no.
So, you went there. You're fluent in that language. You were like balling out. Pesos.
Girl, my husband and I were living like kings. Like...
There were people selling fruit. You're like, throw the pesos at them. Take the money.
Yeah, because like we Ubered everywhere. We didn't want to rent a car. And every Uber ride was like $3.
Only?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like $3 to $8, depending, how far. Mm-hmm. But then when it would give you the option to tip, it'd be like, do you want to tip 20% or whatever? Which would be like $1, less than $1 on most rides. So
20%? That's it? I mean, like only $1?
Well, the 20% of it, yes.
That's crazy.
But that's what I mean. I felt like I was freaking Jeff Bezos. I don't know, because I'm like, $4 cab ride, here, $5 tip,
You're welcome. There you go. Great job. Good job.
Yeah, but then like the very last day we were there, we had been, we got a little carried away. So the last day we were there, we had like no pesos.
Where did you exchange your money at the airport, right?
No, we actually exchanged some here before we left, and then we ended up having to exchange, like we took some dollars and we had to exchange them over there.
You should just given them dollars.
We did sometimes, like we would leave dollar bills like for tips, but, and then we went to this town called Tequila, which is where they make tequila. And, you know, I'm not a drinker now. And it was like, we took like a tour of how they make tequila. That was fun. But then they give you tequila in tequila. And as soon as I smelled it, I just got like flashbacks of like high school, you know, just being trashed. I mean, not high school, 21 and over.
Shut up, stop. You know what's so funny? I think I've told you this before. Before I was of legal drinking age, I drank the most. As soon as I turned 21, I did not drink that much.
Yeah, same here. Same. But they taught me how to drink tequila. I never knew I had to be taught. But when they taught me, like, my husband and I, like, our minds were blown because I've never been able to do shots. Like, I always almost throw up every time I've done a shot. But they showed us how to do it so that it doesn't burn when you drink it.
How?
So, basically, you take a tiny sip to get your palate ready. And then, when you take a bigger sip or you take the shot, first you inhale, take the shot, and then as you swallow it, you have to exhale through your nose. And you don't even feel it at all. I wish I had some tequila so we could try it, but...
At the library?
Yeah. But yeah, next time I'm bringing the tequila.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding. I don't have tequila because I don't drink, so...
So, can I ask, I noticed that, like, the really popular tequila in the States is, like, Jose Cuervo.
There's a Jose Cuervo,
So it's really made in Mexico, Jose Cuervo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they have other factories in other places, but where we went, they had because we almost did the Jose Cuervo tour, but I was like, no, we need something Mexican-owned, something more authentic. We ended up going to Salsa, which is also a really big brand that isn't Mexican-owned anywore, but... Anyway, the Jose Cuervo one has the train ride. I can't believe I gave that up. I could have been like Hogwarts.
Train ride?
Yes, Hogwarts to tequila. But we didn't do that one.
I love that.
Like, I went on vacation. I haven't seen you in like 3 weeks, almost a month. But everything I want to talk to you about is not about real life. It's all things that happen on TV/the internet.
Okay. Like Jinx Monsoon winning?
Like, we have to talk Drag Race finale,
oh my
bitch.
Gosh.
Can you say monsoon season?
Monsoon season,
And
bitch.
literally monsoon season.
Oh my god, it's been raining so much.
Like, that bitch is a witch. Jinx, you're a witch.
Thank you. It was dry as, I swear to God, before it started raining a lot recently in Vegas, it was dry for like a year, right? And maybe before that it rained like once and then it was dry for another year. It doesn't rain here. But it's been raining a lot.
Like, have you seen the strip?
Casinos? Yeah, the casinos. So the roofs, I guess, in Vegas, we're not used to having rain because it's always dry. And the casinos' roofs have been, like, caving in with water.
Girl, they are going under, like the Titanic.
It's like Waterworld. Do you ever watch that movie?
Yes, underrated movie.
I love it.
Have you ever been to the Waterworld ride at Universal?
Yes.
Well, it's not a ride, it's a show, but...
Yes! Yes, with the jet skis?
Yes. You know, I was always like, why the fuck? Like, this movie came out like 30, 40 years ago. Why do they have this? And then I finally went to see it and I was like, this is amazing.
Fucking banger.
Right?
It's a banger. Every time I go to Universal Studios, I go there.
Reboot Waterworld now.
I love
need
it.
Chris Hemsworth. Bring back, is it Liam Neeson?
I think so. A really young Liam Neeson, I'd say.
Okay.
Is it?
I don't know. We could
so.
be totally wrong, but in conclusion, Waterworld. And that takes us into my next topic. I gave you homework. I already know you probably didn't do it.
What was it?
Did you listen to Beyonce's new album?
Oh, yeah, I did. See, it's silly.
Bitch. Okay, I take it back. My apologies.
I have Amazon Music. I can listen to the album.
Yeah? Well, I listened to it on Spotify. Premium, $13.99 for a shared account. This is not a promo. Like, we don't have sponsors. But Spotify, if you want to sponsor us.
That'd be great.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I liked it. But see, for me, it takes a long time to let an album to sink in.
It has to grow on you?
Yeah, I only started liking the newest Drake album recently. I listened to it one whole time once when it first came out because I was like, oh, it's Drake. It probably has some bangers. But I was like, this shit fucking sucks. But now it's growing on me.
See, I'm the opposite. I feel like it has to grab me from the beginning. Like, I listened to Drake's entire album one time. I was so fucking bored. No offense, Drake. I know you listen, but I was so bored listening to Drake's album.
Mm-hmm.
But girl, when I put Beyonce on, it goes with my life mantra now. Fully confident in my ability to mesmerize. Like, I love her. And I'm not a Beyonce fan. Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But I really like this album.
I like Beyonce. She's cool.
It's basically like a soundtrack to a drag show. The whole album.
I like that Beyonce is flexible enough to, like, she's like, fuck a 9 to 5. And I'm like, bitch, you've never had a 9 to 5. Okay, but she's singing for the people.
She's singing for the
people.
masses.
Thank you.
Yes, exactly. And I think we're all on the brink of quitting our jobs, are we not?
I honestly, okay, so this is what I tell myself. So I'm a sub. So when I go into, like, new schools and stuff, that's like, I had to feel myself, you know what I mean? Feel my way through situations. So on Monday, I'm like, I've had some really weird situations going into, like, new schools and stuff. Because I kind of just go in, I check in, and then whatever happens, happens. Like, they just throw me to whatever they want to. Anyways, so...
Oh, my apologies.
So on Monday, I'm like, okay, to not hype myself up and give myself anxiety, I'm going to be like, if it doesn't go the way you want, if you're not having a good day, you can quit. There's so many sub jobs because there's no more teachers. I don't even think there's any more subs. So if you want to quit on Monday, just test it out, fill the waters, and then we'll see. Yeah.
So what'd you decide? Oh, wait, this Monday.
This Monday.
Okay, decision pending. We'll come back to that.
And then I always have anxiety when I go into, like, working situations because I'm, like, only 4'11". And then sometimes people will be like, oh, you're so tiny, you're like a kid. And I just want to fucking kill them.
You should. Right.
But, like, no. I'm pretty okay. I'm not nervous.
See, the other day I was thinking because I heard that they're hiring people without teaching degrees to teach because that's how bad the teaching shortage is.
Oh, that's only in Arizona.
In Florida, too. In Florida, they're giving teaching jobs to vets. Which, I mean, good for the vets.
Great for the vets. We love
right?
the vets.
But I don't know if that's the solution to, like...
I'd like to comment on that. From first-hand experience. My
yeah.
brother was a vet. He got blown up in Iraq. My brother, love him, was fucking crazy. Was in fucking sane.
Yeah.
Okay? To the point where I'm somebody that's pretty okay, right? But I've been so traumatized by having brothers that, like, especially pushy people, like pushy siblings, that once I feel somebody trying to push me a certain way or, like, trying to force their opinion on me, I freak the fuck out. I just freak out.
Is it because all your brothers are, like, have strong personalities?
Yes. And I am just so...
Would that make you have a strong personality, or did it mellow you, make you be mellow?
I don't know if I have a strong personality. Or maybe I don't know. I have I don't know. I have opinions, but I'm not forcing them on other people.
True.
You know, I'm not here trying to be a sermon. I was serving sermons, okay? I'm just chilling.
I feel like
Yeah.
you are very mellow.
Mm-hmm.
You're like an ocean.
Thank you.
Very mellow, but under, like, if you go deeper, there's fucking crazy currents.
Like how I'm always, okay, from now, I will say that I will, when it concerns, like, career stuff, I will negotiate things. Like, before I'd just be like, oh, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, no problem. Mm-hmm. Now, even, like, I, like, negotiate everything. I'm a fucking sub. I'm not supposed to be negotiating shit. I'm like, if you give me this, I guess I'll do it.
I mean, you go, girl.
Thank you.
Know your worth.
So, are we going to move on to, like, what's happening with Britney and her kids?
Oh, my God.
And K-Fed?
Girl. Yes.
Just for you, read articles about this. Because I knew you were going to talk about it.
Thank you so much. Literally, yes. Okay. So.
And I watched the videos.
Britney's videos?
The ones that Kevin Federline.
Oh, yeah, I watched them, too. What do you think?
She's just a mom.
That's what I think, too. Like, I mean, maybe don't yell at your kids, but I don't think it's this bombshell that K-Fed thought it was going to be.
Well,
plus, it's from, like, 5 years ago. Like, you don't have anything worse in the last 5 years, then you don't got nothing.
Well, here's my thinking, okay? As a person that grew up in a house with teenage boys, I can see where Britney's coming from, because they're probably, like, she's probably spoiled them a little bit.
A lot
You
of
know what I
it.
mean? Kevin Federline has never seemed like he had a good attitude. His kids probably don't have a great attitude.
Kevin Federline is a leech. He has not worked a day in his life since he met Britney. Let's start there. He gets like $40,000 a month in child support. And he's probably quaking because the kids are almost 18. So I feel like we got right into that, but let's preface. So, Britney Spears, icon queen, has
Love.
2 kids with Kevin Federline.
This is your Beyonce.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I was always so... Okay, we come from the 2000s. I thought that I couldn't like 2 pop stars at once who were women. So I was a Britney stan and a Beyonce hater. I have changed my ways, okay?
Well, Beyonce was never as big in the early 2000s as Britney.
You're right. I feel like after
The
she really
2010s.
blew up.
She took it in the 2010s. Britney was going through some stuff.
Yes.
We're hoping for a Britney comeback.
I know. Well, she has new music coming out, but anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Britney, K-Fed, he was a backup dancer when she met him. They had 2 kids, right? We all know what happened with Britney. And now he went and did an interview, which he got paid for. Let's start there. He went and did an interview trashing Britney, saying the boys don't feel comfortable going to her house and that they haven't seen her in months. And he's saying that what he wants most is for the boys to have their privacy and have a normal life. Then why is he doing interviews?
There you go. That's what it is.
Exactly.
That's where it is. Look at you.
Mic drop. Well, I won't drop the mic because I don't want to break it, but... Okay, so then he posted that they decided as a family to post some videos to show why the boys aren't comfortable being around Britney. You watched them, right?
I did.
Okay, so most of them are just her yelling at them because they're being brats to her.
See, that's the word I was missing. They grew up in California. Their mom is like, whoa, like a superstar, like super famous. And yeah, they're probably brats. They're probably used to getting, if I was Britney Spears' kid and I wanted to like get into a restaurant, get into a certain school, I'd be like, Britney Spears is my fucking mom.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure those 2 boys will have their own trauma to like, sort out in therapy when they're adults, because I feel like just being the child of a famous person has its own, issues. And I'm sure it's hard for them, like, the things people say about their mom, the nude selfies Britney posts all the time. Like, you have a hot mom, okay? That's weird, but... So I get it that they might be struggling with stuff, but I don't think it's fair what they're doing to Britney, bitch.
Well, as a person that was a teenager at some point in my life, I can say that teenagers are just fucking...
Teenagers are assholes.
Abominable.
Yes.
I don't like them. That's why I don't work in middle schools. I don't work in high schools, because I will fucking take them down.
I know. Honestly, even me just thinking about me when I was a teenager, I'm just like, it's so cringy. I'm like...
I was just such a little bitch.
Same. But I guess, everybody goes through that. But what I really wanted to talk to you about, I love a good conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's figure out together. Does Britney Spears hate Selena Gomez?
Are you still on this?
Or does she love her?
Is there any more hints?
Yes.
Okay, I've not been
Let's
keeping
get
up with
into it.
this.
Okay, so Britney has posted the same picture of Selena Gomez 3 times.
Okay, let me go on my phone.
Okay, so the last one was just from yesterday, but she already deleted it. So, oh my gosh, she just posted something else. This is happening live, people. I haven't even read the last one.
So
but
I know about the one from the wedding.
Yeah, the one from the wedding, that was the first one, right? You remember the picture she posted? It's a picture of Selena Gomez with a skirt that says happy, and Selena Gomez has a doll head in her mouth. Not the most flattering picture. She has posted that picture 3 times, 3 separate occasions. And the last time she posted it, I'll read you the caption. Oh
I'm not going to lie to you, Denise. Sometimes when Britney goes on rants, I go, what's happening? But then it's kind of like Facebook rants, and I guess Britney is older.
The thing is that I don't think Britney knows how to use social media. Like, if you look at a lot of her posts, like, they remind me of, like, my very first Instagram posts. Like, You remember, like, the Facebook days when we would just post random shit?
Oh, when Facebook was still cool.
Yes, exactly. Like, I feel like she didn't have the time to, like, savvy up as to, like, what is appropriate. So I feel like she just uses social media as, like, a brain dump. And she literally just writes as she's speaking. But, you know, I will defend Britney to the grave. But this last post that she posted definitely had me, like, a little concerned. Okay, so I'll read you the caption. It says, so she posted this. Because she has a song with Elton John coming out.
Oh.
It's a fan edit of Hold Me Closer. It's a picture of Britney and Elton John. And then the caption says, conservative diplomatic voice. I had everything but broken inside. I never wanted to be the girls who show their bodies. Bullshit. Let's start there. That is a quote from a Selena Gomez speech when she won an American Music Award in 2016. She gave a speech talking about how she doesn't want to see people's bodies on social media. She wants to see their hearts, blah, 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 right? So that is a direct quote from Selena Gomez. And then Britney says, try being covered for 4 months with no keys. I have the right to express my body, mouth, eyes, heart, and feet and show whatever I want. My body was manipulated, abused, and torn by people, not my friends. I have beautiful friends who give me joy and lift my ass higher every day. If my shallow smile approach offends anyone, which I only have learned to copy, so sorry. Psst. Come on, icons. Who we be fooling? Psst. Name of song is Hold Me Closer. Psst. Own, 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 own. Like, that's literally what it says.
I don't know what's happening.
So please help me decipher this. So it kind of sounds to me like she's saying it's bullshit that Selena Gomez said this, right? And that she's allowed to show her body, blah, blah, blah. Because that's also what Kevin Federline came at her for, that she keeps posting very revealing Instagram pics. So,
okay.
I don't know if you got anything out of that.
I got a lot of
That's literally what she wrote. Give me your take. Does she hate or love Selena Gomez?
I mean, she keeps on talking. I mean, not talking about her, but having hints towards her.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to drop a song together.
I would live for that. My two queens. So, does she love or hate her? I still don't know.
Yet to be determined.
Exactly.
TBA.
We will keep you guys updated on.
But I also noticed we're both on Britney's Instagram. I noticed, like, the church in the Vatican, you know, St. Peter's Basilica. This bitch was trying to get married there? You can get married there?
No. She just posted the picture, but she was talking about how she wanted to get married in a church in Santa Monica, a Catholic church, and they didn't let her.
Really? I was gonna say.
Honestly, if Britney wants to get married at the Vatican, they should let her. It's Britney, bitch.
I know. Well, that church is, like, fucking massive.
I know.
That'd be crazy. I would live for that.
Britney at the Vatican.
I think we would have to go to Italy, stand outside, and, like, watch. I would live. I mean, technically,
I would spend my life savings to be there.
We could both go inside, technically.
Because it's open to the public?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. But that's all I got on Britney so far.
We love.
Just want
the
all
best.
Good things for her.
Should we talk about, like, what we're supposed to be talking about?
Wait, before we get to that. The last thing I had on here are Kim and Pete broke up.
Oh, I know. I heard about that.
They got me. I really thought they were going to make it.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think this was a PR relationship?
Now I do. Because now there's all these articles about how Pete is begging her to take him back. And I feel like it's just all, again, build up for the next season of Keeping Up. But they got me. Like, I really was... they convinced me that they were a real couple. I thought they were going to have babies together and live happily ever after.
But I think it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because whoever dates Kim will become famous.
That's true.
In relation to Kim.
And then you have to deal with Kanye.
Oh, God.
Pete got a tattoo that says, I hate Kanye West.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Kanye's actions recently have made me dislike him a little bit more.
What is he up to?
I don't know. I just like when he was like saying all that crazy stuff about Pete. Kim doesn't say anything about his girlfriends, but because I don't know. I think men. I think they
own women.
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Okay. So, I just want to preface and say that technically the subject for today's episode, is completely because Jessica wanted to talk about one thing in particular. Okay? So take it away, Jessica.
Okay, the topic of today's episode is nostalgia. Because what do I want to talk about? The Taco Bell dog. Late 90s, early 2000s. R.I.P., you were a legend. Iconic. The campaign for Taco Bell only lasted 3 years. For some reason, it dawned on me when I was researching this, how fucking racist this campaign was.
Hey, that was like all the Latino representation we had back then.
We love it. Yo quiero. Well, no,
Yeah.
Yo quiero. No, stop.
No, you did.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Have you been practicing that?
No.
Because it came out perfect.
Thank you, because I've been doing Spanish lessons every day.
Wait, can we also talk about...
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, you go. I'm sorry.
What? Oh, no. Go.
The Taco Bell dog was a girl, right?
Yeah, Gizmo.
But, I thought her name was Bella for some reason. But anyway. But I feel like they made her
seem like
male.
Mm-hmm.
Just always keeping women down, you know? Men taking all the credit. Wasn't the guy from Reno 911 the voice of Taco Bell dog?
Yeah.
Okay. So please tell me more.
Well, okay. The reason I wanted to do it is because, like, the memories I have of the Taco Bell dog are so brief. Because when this was happening, 1997 to maybe 2000, I think. I might be a little off with the dates. I still lived on Guam. I was not in the States. We had one Taco Bell. Both my brothers worked at that particular Taco Bell. So one day, I would get free food. So one day, one of my older brothers brought me, like, tacos and this stuffy of this Chihuahua. I had never seen a Chihuahua. We don't have Chihuahuas on Guam that I knew of. We have big dogs. And so he brought me this, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Taco Bell? Yeah, Taco Bell has toys now? I'm not used to this. I'm used to, like, gathering my toys from, like, Burger King and McDonald's. McDonald's was across the street from my house, so I was, like, a regular there.
McDonald's had the fire toys back in the day.
On Guam, they would give out VHS tapes.
What?
Yeah.
Of the whole-ass VHS tapes?
Yeah, of the Hamburglar. You know how they had that whole series? They would give them out. I think it's because we would get the stuff Asia got, but it was in English. So maybe you guys are getting it too.
Best of both worlds. No, I can attest that I have never in my childhood gotten a VHS tape from McDonald's.
We would get so many, and we would watch it because it was like the series with the Hamburglar and stuff, and it was like they were going to scary houses. Mm-hmm. Anyways, they had banger toys. But I was so used to like getting stuff from Taco Bell and not getting a toy. It was just food. It was boring to me. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, what is this little Chihuahua? And then I would start seeing the commercials. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so fascinating. What language are they speaking? Because I speak English, and I would hear Chamorro all the time. And it kind of sounds like Chamorro, because Chamorro is a mix of like our native language and Spanish, because the Spaniards used to own us. And I'm like, I love this. I love this Chihuahua. I want a Chihuahua. And of course they said no, because there's no Chihuahuas on Guam at that time. And so it's like a big childhood memory. I was like always thinking about like what happened, because all of a sudden it just stopped. And also, I just want to say, I made my brothers bring me like 50 of those tiny little Chihuahuas.
That's amazing.
I had like a bedroom full of them.
Free Taco Bell is the dream.
Well, funny enough, my younger brother, the one that's right beneath me, also worked at Taco Bell, also used to get tons of free Taco Bell. And then my youngest brother worked at El Pollo Loco.
Oh, bitch, I used to love El Pollo Loco as a teen.
You are the only Mexican I know that likes it.
I loved it. I used to get that pollo bowl, drown it in their green salsa. The memories.
You're the only Mexican
But back to Taco Bell.
Oh my God, okay, yeah, you're right.
Anyways, I love Taco Bell.
So they stopped the campaign really abruptly, and like years later, I was still thinking, when I think of Taco Bell, I think of that tiny Chihuahua.
I mean, honestly, they should bring it back.
It's very racist, Denisse. The Taco Bell, I mean,
Maybe, am I imagining this, or did the little chihuahua wear a hat?
he wore a sombrero.
Maybe lose the sombrero, is all I'm going to say. And maybe if you get, like, a Latin icon to voice it.
Who are you thinking? Who would you hire? Who is Mexican? Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Would you ever go to a holographic Selena concert?
Absolutely.
Okay, of course I'd come with you, but I'd
Oh my
actually have to
gosh.
learn the lyrics.
But, well, she has music in English, too. Let's start there.
Yeah, but that's not lit if I'm there and I'm speaking, singing
that's
only the
true.
English songs.
Now that we know how to drink tequila, we'll just give you a few shots. You'll start speaking Spanish in no time. No, but I would love to, but we're getting into a whole other subject. I have so many thoughts about her dad. I really feel like he's really selling out her image to make some coin.
Of
Can't hate on.
course, come on.
I know, but I'm Team Chris, her husband. Her husband tried to put out a show based on a book he wrote about his time with her, and the dad shut that shit down.
Why do her parents hate Chris?
I don't know. I think it's because her dad seems very, like, controlling. And then, I don't know if you've seen the iconic movie Selena starring Jennifer Lopez.
I have watched it several times.
Okay. Well, they run away to get married because the dad wouldn't let her date him. So she literally had to run away and elope.
Oh, he wouldn't let a grown woman decide who she wants to date. Okay.
That's Mexican culture for you, honey.
Oh my God. I'm just American, you know what I mean? I'm so Americanized now. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like my husband to this day doesn't believe me. When we first started dating, he wanted to go on a trip to California with me. We've been dating a little while. And I was like 22, 21 maybe. And I'm like, no, my mom won't let me. And he doesn't understand that that is how I grew up. And it was the truth. My mom wouldn't let me go.
Here's the thing. My culture too is like that, but I like I said, I have problems with people suffocating me, so I will freak the fuck out.
Well, I think it's like, I don't know if it happened for you, but for me, one day I just woke up and I realized, like, oh, I don't have to ask for permission. I'm an adult. But it's so weird how, like, up till I was like 23, I think I was 23, I just had this change where I was like, wait, why am I asking for permission for, like, the most random things? Like, this is ridiculous. I don't know. Did you have that moment?
Yeah, but it happened a little later for me. I think it was like 24 when that happened. 25.
Well, yeah, around the same age.
Yeah. But I think it's because you're like, oh my God, I'm paying bills. I'm doing all these things. Why the fuck do I have to ask you anything?
Exactly.
And also, we are in the States.
Yeah. And it's something I still struggle with because I don't know if your family's like that, but my family's like very, I don't know if enmeshed is the word.
What is that? Like in your business?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Nosy.
So sometimes, like, I really struggle with it because, like, if I decided that I wanted to turn my phone off for 3 days and not talk to anybody, my mom, I love you, Mom, but my mom would freak out.
Can I tell you a story?
Please.
Can I tell you a story?
Please.
So my oldest brother, he lived in Texas, so it was another state. We live in Vegas. My oldest brother, I guess he went out drinking one time. He had stayed up really late, so then he slept for like 14 hours, right? And my mom he was really old at this point. Not really old, but like his late 30s. And he was doing this. Anyways, so then my mom was like freaking out because my mom, like, you know, because he's the oldest boy, he's like the favorite. And so my mom kept on calling him and he wasn't answering. And so my fucking mom called 911 in Texas. Yeah, yes, that's what I said, bitch.
How old was your brother?
In his late 30s. And
Oh, dear Jesus.
she had one of, like, okay, so we're Chamorro, so we, like, know other people that are from Guam. She had one of the other people we know that was, like, in my brother's friend group that are also from the same island as us, go to his house. I go, oh my God, what's going on? I was laughing. My brother was so pissed.
I bet.
I was laughing so fucking hard.
Well, let me tell you, it's annoying as hell, but if we ever go missing,
Someone's
our
gonna find
moms
us.
are gonna fucking be on that trail, and they will fucking find us.
Oh, you know how, like, Princess Diana, her, like, boyfriend at the time's dad is always on that case? Let me tell you. foreign parents from other countries, they'll be on the fucking case.
Right? They'll Liam Neeson that shit.
That dude is always saying the FBI did it. And you know what? I don't put it past them.
It's conspiracy theory. I've never heard this one before. The FBI killed Diana. Mm-hmm. I never heard that one.
But we're getting off topic.
Okay,
so
very much.
Who do you think would be a great, spokesperson for the re-up of the Taco Bell dog campaign?
I have to say it's between...
Are there any Mexican icons anymore? I mean, Selena, but she's not like a superstar like Selena. Like Selena.
I was just going to say Selena Gomez. But other than that, Salma Hayek is Mexican.
Is she?
Salma Hayek is born and she started in novellas in Mexico.
Damn, she's a hottie.
She is. That's what tacos will do to you. Well, that's what I wish tacos would do to you. But, I don't know. Who else is Mexican in the industry? I don't even know. You got anybody?
I mean, Selena Gomez. And then, who's the guy? Who's the rapper that was a rat? He ratted out his gang. He has very colorful hair. Tekashi 6ix9ine is half Mexican.
I'm going to pass on that one.
You know what? I think that it would make the campaign even funnier if they didn't hire a Mexican. They hired Pitbull.
You mean like they hired Jennifer Lopez to play Selena?
Exactly.
Oh, people would be outraged.
Exactly, but how?
But a little chihuahua going dale all the time would be fire.
Yeah. And what if they changed it from like tacos to like whatever is happening in, where's he from, Cuba? Puerto Rico?
Pitbull?
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Cuba,
I don't
right?
know. I always thought it was Puerto Rico. But you're right, he's like from Florida, right?
Yeah.
A lot of Cubans in Florida, so...
They like switched further. What if there was a special one where they had all these Latin Americans, right? And you know how at McDonald's they have like menu items like the, what is it?
The celebrity meals, like the BTS combo.
Yeah, but they have but it's like Latin Americans and Mexicans, like their own meals.
Honestly, Taco Bell, hire us for your
know.
marketing. Because
You're welcome.
I already love Taco Bell, but I would be all over that. Like,
Dude.
if there was a Selena Gomez meal, if there was a fucking Ricky Martin meal, like, I'm there.
Pitbull. What does Cuba have that's really good? Cuban coffee?
Mm-hmm.
That was...
They do sell breakfast now at Taco Bell.
There you go.
And somehow you gotta work Doja Cat in there because she brought back the Mexican pizza. Not my favorite menu item, but good for her. I wish she'd bring back the caramel apple empanada, though.
So good.
I know. What's your favorite thing at Taco Bell?
Probably just like a regular taco.
Oh, well,
A soft taco.
A soft taco.
Or a power bowl. Because...
I've never had either of those.
Really?
Mm-mm. I'm a crunchy taco bitch.
I'll tell you what, though. So, Taco Bell's all over the States.
Mm-hmm.
But only in Texas do they have Taco Cabana.
What's Taco Cabana?
It's like...
Oh, I think you've told me about this place.
Yeah, it's like Taco Bell, but heightened. Because they have, like real Mexican desserts. Like something... Oh, I have to think of it.
Tell me what's in it.
It's like milk. It's something leche.
Arroz con leche?
Yes. Oh, and there's like different flavors of that. There's like a cinnamon thing.
Ooh.
Anyways, yeah, and they give... You know how like at Mexican parties they have plates?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do.
That sounds so good to me right now. I'm
Also,
so hungry.
For some reason in Texas, it's okay. So they have tequila. No, what am I thinking of? Margaritas to go.
Oh, you've told me this.
Yes, but they give you the tequila on the side, and it's closed. You put the tequila in by yourself.
So they're like, it's not on us.
Exactly.
You drinking and driving, it's on you.
And so, well, there's also a daiquiri bar that they just hand it to you. And one time I was like, my brother took me there like the first time ever, and I was like 18. I was like, do you want me to hide in the back? And he goes, oh no, they're just going to give it to me. And he had bought me a daiquiri.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, but anyways.
That sounds like if I went to high school in Texas, I would be all about that.
I can't wait. You have to go to Texas one time.
Take me, bitch.
Yes, you'll love it. I will say, though, that usually if you want to, like, get kind of drunk and do something, I will go to Taco Cabana, get one of those margaritas, and then go somewhere. It's pretty fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah, Texas are really big on drive-through bars.
Where do you live in Texas, or, like, close to what big city?
In San Antonio.
You live in San Antonio?
Yeah. My dream is if I ever live in Texas, which I don't know if it's ever gonna be a possibility because they're just such a red state. Their morals are against my morals. Anyways, I would live in Alamo Heights, which is the bougiest part of San Antonio. Bougie.
What?
They have their own fire department, own police department. It's so beautiful.
Love it.
And it's by all the museums.
How far is it from Corpus Christi, Texas, where the
where
Selena Museum is?
So I live on the outskirts of San Antonio, so it would take like 3 hours, 4 hours. So like going to LA.
Like going to California. Gotcha.
And I've
Sounds
been
good.
to Corpus like several times.
How have you not been to the Selena Museum?
I've seen it.
You've been there, or you just drove? Like you've seen it,
Like I've seen it. Like it's on the main road.
bitch.
Then,
You gotta.
know,
Next time you're in Texas, please take a trip there and FaceTime me and just give me a virtual tour.
it's all her outfits, right?
So I looked up a list. Yes, all her outfits. Her car is in there. She had like this little red Porsche.
Do you want me to take pictures and then Photoshop you in?
That would be amazing. I would love that. I'm looking at a list of Mexican celebrities because I was like, who could voice this Taco Bell dog? Why is Tony Romo on this list? Is Tony Romo Mexican?
He has to be.
If he's on the list, Google says, right?
Remind me again, who's Tony Romo?
I think he was a football player. Or am I completely wrong?
Oh my god, he has a restaurant. Oh my god,
Tony Roma's? Does Tony Romo own Tony Roma's? Did I just make that up? I'm sorry, I'm out of it.
he looks very light complected to me, but then again, they're very light. If you're light complected,
Yeah.
I have to tell you something since we're bringing up food.
What?
I have decided I'm not going to eat fettuccine until December. Or I'm trying not to eat fast food, which is very hard for me because I love to eat.
I'm trying to get on my fitness too. I went to the gym this morning.
And did it suck?
Thank you. Very proud of myself. It actually didn't. I want to say it did, but it didn't. But I realized I hadn't been to the gym since pre-quarantine.
Yeah, me either.
Because, you know, who wanted to go to a gym during COVID? I mean, we're still in it. And now there's all these other diseases going around, but...
The only way I can get through gym workouts, like when I'm on like the elliptical and stuff, is if I have a TV show to watch that really captures me. And I have another suggestion for you.
What?
It's on Peacock. It's called The Resort. That's all I'll say.
Is it a reality show?
No. It's a mystery comedy.
Ooh. Well, you have given me really good suggestions. You suggested What We Do in the Shadows, which I'm still watching right now.
It's fucking, that show is fucking insane.
I live for Gizmo and Nandor. Like, I will give them my kidney.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You don't think so? I'm like one episode behind. So I don't know the latest one, what happened. But, yeah, Gizmo deserves better than Nandor. Nandor had his chance. But anyway, that's another topic. Wait, what was I saying? I completely forgot.
You're talking about the gym.
Oh, that you suggested What We Do in the Shadows. And you also suggested Severance, which honestly blew my mind. And I cannot wait for season 2.
Fucking in 10 years.
So, I know, right? So I will trust you. I will watch The Resort.
It's pretty funny. But don't look up any spoilers online because I ruined myself by doing that.
Really? Okay. I will watch it. You haven't steered me wrong yet.
Thank you. Anyways, are you still looking at Mexican? Well, so far, the only person we know that can run the Taco Bell campaign, this is totally off topic. We've gone off the rails again, but is Selma Hayek, who was married to a Gucci.
Becky G.
Who's Becky G?
You don't know who Becky G is? She was the yellow Power Ranger in the reboot.
Isn't she a singer too?
Yeah, she sings. Singing in the mirror, dancing in the shower, or backwards. I don't know.
Let me tell you something. You know what? You know how you really piss off your Mexican American audience, like Taco Bell? You hire a Spaniard to be on the Yo Quiero Taco Bell campaign.
They hired Rosalia.
Yes. And then everybody will be like, what the fuck?
I know. I've been seeing all these TikToks about people, Americans living in Spain, and how they love it because, you know, they close everything in the afternoon for siesta.
Well, I heard siestas are not even real.
What? I don't know. We're going to have to go to Spain and find out.
I would love if we went to Spain.
I know, but would we be betraying our culture by going back to our colonizer?
You're already trying to go live in Mexico and raise their rent.
You're right. And I already went to London. Might as well get all the colonizers, you know?
Oh, we have to go to France then.
Put it on the list. Put it on the list.
Ireland, though, never did any slavery. they pick their own potatoes.
You go, Ireland. No.
Anyways, so we're talking about nostalgia. I know we have a lot of nostalgia for the early 2000s, because that's when we were teenagers, and it was like fun because that's when like the internet was really first starting to pop. MySpace
was amazing.
Will never be able to be recreated.
Didn't they try?
HeySpace.
Is that what it's called? HeySpace?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you make a profile?
Okay, so I did, but then like they're like really trying to keep it old school, and they're like, you can't have this picture. It has to be this small. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Bitch.
Okay.
Those were great days, the MySpace days. If I could put a profile song on Instagram would pull me back in.
I just remember, like, so on MySpace, if you don't know, you could have like a profile, and it would be like where everybody sees your page, and there could be music, right? And I just remember when everybody was going to go to Facebook, how I made a Facebook, and I was like, okay, but how do I put my music on it?
Bitch, MySpace was turning us all into coders. I wish I would have stuck with that, because my MySpace was customized and poppin'. I will tell you that.
I remember, like, we would be so impressed. Like, we'd go to my friends' pages, or my friends, like, boys they were interested pages, and they would do, like, crazy coding on it. And then, like, stuff would start popping up. There would be music on. There'd be all kinds of crazy shit happening.
But do you remember that you had your top 8?
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you and your friends, was it a thing where, like, you would check, like, oh, am I her number 1? Am I his number 1?
Yes. Also, there was this girl that liked me in high school. I also kind of liked her. And when we were, like, starting to talk, she put me in her top 8. And I was like, look at me.
That's how you knew you were in.
I made it.
If you made the top 8,
I was
you
number
were golden.
8, but I was in.
But I feel like it also caused a lot of rifts in friendships because, if you had a friend group like me,
you had a crew, right?
I had a crew, yes. But I had, like, my BFF in high school, and then I had my best friend that ended up going to a different high school. Mm-hmm. So it was like, who do I put number 1, It really made you air out everything. Like, I thought I was your best friend, but she's your best friend,
Let me tell you something. I thought it was funny to make number 1, like, there'd be these joke profiles. So there'd be one for, like, Jesus Christ, and I'd make him my number 1.
Oh my God, that's
and then,
hilarious.
You know what I love? That, who's the dude that owns Facebook?
Oh, it was just Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg would never. Tom made us all be his friend.
I was just gonna say, can we give Tom a shout out, because he was not problematic, right? Mm-hmm. He's just
chill. He never said anything. He just made you make him.
And he was friends with everyone.
Exactly.
And can we just say that, I don't know if you remember his profile pic, but I think it was you who told me. I always thought he was cooking in that pic.
No, he's in front of the board. He's in front of a coding, like he's
I thought he was like cooking in front of a stove.
No, he's in a classroom with a whiteboard. He's probably coding.
Oh my gosh.
Let me just tell you, I've been like posting stuff on Instagram, and I tag, because it's for our nostalgia episode, I tag Tom in all of them.
Is Tom on Instagram?
He is.
Is Tom a real person?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tom.
Tom is super rich off of MySpace.
I bet.
He sold
to
early.
Justin Timberlake.
I know.
He sold early? Mm-hmm. You think?
I think so. I think he knew when everybody started. I don't even remember why. I held on to MySpace. I had my claws in MySpace until the very last moment, until it fucking died. And I think I even was like, what? Because my parents, we were still in that phase with the internet where we didn't trust anybody. So it's like, oh, I'm just going to delete it. So I can't even go back on that, what do you call it? Jump back, whatever.
The Wayback Machine?
Yeah, I can't even go back and fucking look at it.
I think I had MySpace until like 2007.
That's it?
You had it past that?
Girl.
I think 2007, 2008 at the latest.
2007 is when I started my freshman year of high school. I held on to it until probably 2009.
Bitch, I graduated in 2007.
Really?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have even gone to high school together. Oh, no, we would have one year.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have talked to me. I was a freshman.
You're right. No, I'm just kidding.
What are some other things? I loved how everything back then, like technology was just starting to move forward. My freshman year of high school, the first iPhone not even a number, just iPhone, dropped. The year before, maybe when I was in 7th grade, so 2 years before that, the first iPod had dropped. Remember iPods? I am such a sneaky bitch. I know I have Amazon. I pay for Amazon Music, but I was like, I'm gonna buy one of those thick ass iPods that I could never afford when I was in high school. You know, the one with like 1 trillion songs. And then I was like, bitch, what am I gonna do? I don't have Limewire anymore. I can't just go out stealing songs. Yeah.
I fucked up my family computer so bad with Limewire.
I fucked up my family computer and got in so much trouble by going on the chat rooms on MySpace.
MySpace had chat rooms?
You didn't know that.
I didn't.
You left too early.
See,
you jumped too early.
I guess so. When I think chat rooms, I think of AOL. Way back.
We all had AOL.
I had no business being like 11 or 12 in chat rooms talking to grown-ass men.
I didn't know you could go. I only talked on AOL with my friends.
Yeah, I talked to my friends too on Messenger, AOL Messenger, but they had chat rooms. And I would always go in these chat rooms and I was like the original catfish. I would tell people that I was a Disney Channel star, that I worked on Disney Channel, but I couldn't tell them my name. So that was like my persona on AOL.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
Right?
Okay, so if you're sitting here wondering, if you're not like a part of our age group, you're younger, and you're like, bitch, why are you using all these messengers? Why didn't you just text? We didn't have touchscreen fucking phones.
It was hard to text.
It was so, you had to push shift. I had like a rumor. I had a flip phone.
Bitch, when I got that BlackBerry though, I was a texting fiend. BBM.
I have never had a BlackBerry.
Oh, mine was purple. I loved it.
We were, mind you, BlackBerries, we also, any business having BlackBerries, because those are like business phones. I was in middle school, there'd be like 11-year-olds with BlackBerries. And I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? I had like a Razr, I had a Rumor 1, a Rumor 2, I had an HTC. This is when people were so creative with like the touchscreen phones after the iPhone came out. I had an HTC touchscreen phone that could take 3D pictures.
What?
Yeah. So if you move the screen, it'd be 3D.
Why don't we have that now?
Things are boring now. I also had an HTC phone that had a remote, and this was before phones had remotes. So I'd go to like the dentist's office and start flipping the channels.
What? Were you living in a different timeline? Because I did not experience any of this.
What?
Yes.
When did you get your first touchscreen phone?
I don't know. I'm going to say that maybe it was, I had an HTC Hero, I'm going to say, I think is what it was called. I think it was probably like 2008.
See, HTC was where it was before.
Do you remember the Nextel phones that had walkie-talkie?
Yes.
I always wanted one of those, but they were like for construction workers and other people who work outdoors.
Okay, back in the day, people were getting really creative. Now, all these people are just doing the same thing. You know what I mean? We didn't have any apps. Let's talk about that. We didn't have, okay, the first touchscreen phones, no apps. None.
You're right.
Apps were like a concept, like, I think right before I graduated high school in 2011. So, yeah, enjoy the apps because we didn't have them.
Enjoy everything.
I know. You know what my favorite thing on MySpace was? Reading through people's comments because I was such a nosy bitch.
Oh, I know, because they were just on there, like, public for everyone to see.
Like, full conversations.
I mean, you can still do that, but I feel like people don't open up the way they did on MySpace comments.
I think it's because the internet was so new and we were so young. We were, like, naive, right? We're like, nobody's going to read the comments. Or you wanted attention, so you wanted people to read the comments. Because I would say things.
Like, sometimes I feel like, oh, man, I wish, when we were in high school, we would have had Instagram or TikTok or what. Okay, but now I think my lucky stars that we did not, because I know...
First of all, we were doing, I think, for me, I'll speak for me, I was doing horrible things.
Same.
I was doing horrible things. I don't want documentation of that.
Same. And our parents would have found our Instagrams and...
So you would pass notes in school, right?
Yeah.
I would pass notes too, and I would keep my notes. And then one time my mom found my notes, and she was, like, freaking out.
My mom did the same thing.
Bunch of fucking nosy bitches.
Oh, man, I should have brought them. I have a bag of notes from high school. You burned yours? I was thinking of doing that because they are so cringy.
No, you know what? You're old enough to keep them.
Okay.
When I was burning them because I was like 19 and I was gonna like move to Texas, and I was like, I don't want the notes, but I also don't want my mom to read them.
See, I read this book called The Art of Swedish Death Cleaning, and it just talks about how you should always declutter and get rid of things that you wouldn't want people to find after you die. Those notes are probably some of those things that I should get rid of.
Do you have any pervy ones?
Pervy?
Yeah.
Probably.
I have so many because I don't even want to say, but that was like a thing back in the day. Did you and your friends have a notebook where everybody would write and we'd all pass the notebook? Okay.
Oh my God.
Look at us. I had a friend group. It was like 4 girls, and like there would be an order, right? Because we'd all meet in a certain. Two of us would meet in a certain class, so it would pass down like every day.
Yeah, we would just pass it around, write notes to each other, write letters. Like, why were we doing that?
We didn't have texting.
It's even worse than, like, social media, though. It's, like, physical proof of all the dumb shit we would say and do.
Can you imagine if you lost that notebook? I was talking shit about people.
I don't know where mine is. I don't know which one of my friends kept it, but I don't have it.
Oh, my God. It was basically our burn book.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I remember in the early stages of social media, like, when Facebook first popped up, they would have burn book Facebook pages. Did your school have one? Mine did.
A Facebook page?
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Or an Instagram page. But it would be like a burn book, and people would just talk shit about people in the school there.
Well, we didn't have Instagram.
I didn't have Instagram in high school either, so I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay. So Facebook, maybe it was just my school. Maybe you guys were like ahead of the time curve.
When did Instagram come out?
When I was in college, I think. It was only for iPhone. I didn't have an iPhone.
Hey Siri, when was Instagram founded?
Instagram was published October 6th, 2010.
Okay, yeah, I was not in high school. I'm having fake memories. but yeah.
No. Nobody had a Facebook in my school until the end, maybe my high school journey, so like 2010, 2011. I begrudgingly got one. You know what? It was too much for me. I haven't had a Facebook. I only had a Facebook for 1 year. Even I knew then.
Really?
I said, you know what it was? I was so in love with MySpace. But I go,
MySpace
Facebook
will never die.
Yeah, I was like, Facebook will never be MySpace. Fuck this place. So I spent 1 year on there, and then after that 1 year, I deleted it. I go, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck you, MySpace.
Facebook.
Facebook, I'm sorry.
Fuck you, Facebook. And I've never had a Facebook.
Well, how do you feel about, like, how everything's coming back?
What do you mean? Like,
have you walked through Target lately?
Like what?
Like, all the clothes,
the way they dress?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, let me just comment, a little comment. What they're doing is like early 2000s, late 90s. That was not us. When they start fucking ratting their hair up again and doing what do you call it?
The emo thing seems to be coming back too, so it's coming.
I don't know if they could out emo the way we were emoing. I would never want to go to high school again, would never want to relive high school necessarily, but I do miss, oh my God, I miss going on Limewire and then having like a list that your friends gave you of songs to download. Or like when my friends in middle school would be like, oh, you gotta listen to Panic at the Disco, and I'd be like, what is that? And then they would burn me a CD and then write on a little piece of paper all the songs and then star the ones that you can't listen in front of your parents to.
Bitch, you're so cool, because what I remember is like I bought a Lil Bow Wow CD. Do you remember Lil Bow Wow?
Yeah.
Okay. I was in love with Lil Bow Wow. I bought a Lil Bow Wow CD and I took it to my friend's house, and she had a computer that had like a CPU that had 2 disc slots. So we would burn it and make like, wait, could this get me in trouble?
Oh, I think it's too late now.
We made like 20 copies of it, so like we could all have it, because we all loved Lil Bow Wow. That's it.
Favorite cartoons when you were a kid?
My favorite cartoons as a kid, well, obviously Sailor Moon. And then I wasn't really a cartoon girl. I was more of like a, the shows like on Disney and Nick.
Oh my god, the Disney originals.
I mean, the fact that we got robbed of that Lizzie McGuire reboot, I will never forgive Hulu for that. Or Disney, or whoever's fault it is.
Before Lizzie McGuire was the Olsen twins. Did you have their VHS tapes? Because bitch, I had all of them. When they were little,
talk about it.
Little detectives. They were little detectives going around solving mysteries.
Bitch, they were detectives, they were chefs, they were everything. Like,
I know.
Like, they were amazing.
So if you're like not from the, I want to say early to mid 90s, when they were really, the Olsen twins were like fucking on everything. They were in Target and Walmart. I didn't have a Target and Walmart.
They literally had like an empire.
But I had all their VHS tapes, and it was like, I remember watching it and going, this is the best television I've ever watched.
Right? I used to have VHS tapes of them going to the beach, I think in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. And then this one where they make pizza. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But, like, I wonder how many actual Olsen twins, like, tapes there are, because in my mind there were like hundreds, but I bet it's like 12 or something.
Yeah. Do you remember the one where they were like maybe 12 or 11 and they had like a stepbrother, and like they dared the stepbrother to like go off of like this really high diving board? I forget that one.
Was it a movie or a show? Because they also had 2 shows that I was all about.
What was their show?
So Little Time, mm-hmm. I want to say one was called. And I don't remember the other one, but basically, if you need, like, 2000's outfit inspo, go watch the Olsen twins in their teen years, because I wanted to look like them so bad. I totally got their haircut. Mm-hmm. You know that short, like, choppy haircut?
Yeah.
It didn't look the same on me at all. I looked like a mushroom. But I was obsessed with them.
I love them. So before Lizzie McGuire, somebody else had an empire.
The Olsen twins, what is it? The Olsen twins walked so Lizzie McGuire could run.
Exactly. I would say I was really into Adult Swim. Oh, and then when MTV back in the day was really like crazy. And so my parents would never, I remember the channel too. It was 37 on Guam. My parents would never let me watch it. But every time, like, my older brother would watch us, or I'd go to my grandma's house, I fucking always watched MTV because I was obsessed.
Bitch, MTV made me the person I am today. MTV today, like, I don't recognize it. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know what happened. But
MTV lost to social media.
You think so?
I think MTV was what social media was, or you know what I mean, before. So people on social media are doing like crazy shit.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Because that's where we used to go to watch videos.
Yeah. They would like, I remember the first time I heard about YouTube. I was walking home from middle school, and there was this guy named Kevin, and we used to call him Toast, because in the back of his neck he's darker, so we'd say that he's toasted. And so it was, you know, I mean, it was a different time, okay?
Yeah.
And so Toast was telling me about like, oh, if you go on the internet, there's this place where you can watch all these videos. He was like, it's called YouTube. And I remember going home and trying to like go on the internet, and I was like, how do you spell this? And I remember that first time I heard the word followers. And like, me and my friends went to the movies, and my friend named Prudence, she was like, I have a Tumblr and I have 4 followers. And I go, what are you, in a fucking cult, bitch? How do you have a follower?
Total tangent, but did you see the episode of What We Do in the Shadows where little teenage Colin Robinson is like, I have 2 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
That was adorable. That's it.
That's so cute.
But yeah, like, but I feel like MTV could have really had a resurgence. Because I feel like, you know, pop really had a moment. Mm-hmm. Still is, I feel. And I feel like celebrities or musicians actually are really putting effort into their music videos now. Mm-hmm. So I feel like they could have done something with that.
Well, you're a little bit older than me. I didn't live through the MTV video thing. It wasn't videos all day for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, neither for me, bitch. I'm not 50.
You're making it fucking sound like they're always playing VH1. VH1.
VH8.
I don't know.
You're thinking of V8, the tomato juice.
VH1. Well, VH1 was like very short-lived. Mm-hmm. VH1.
I think VH1's still around.
Really?
Yeah.
VH1 was like...
I don't know, actually.
That's the place where you went to go watch music videos when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. And MTV is when you wanted to see some crazy shit.
Oh my god, MTV had the craziest shows. Let's get into that in a minute. But what I'm talking about music, it's because the MTV fueled my Britney obsession so much.
MTV made or broke superstars or upcoming stars.
So I'm talking about like TRL, of course,
Yes.
where they would have music video countdowns. And then there was this show that I loved and I always wanted to be on. They had Making the Video, right? I don't know if you ever watched that.
I watched it.
Yes, so they would follow, backstage look at making the videos. But then they had this show, I want to say it was called Fanatic. Did you watch Fanatic?
You have to describe it to me.
Okay, so basically, they would pick a fan of a musician, right? Let's say Britney Spears or whoever. And then you would get transformed into the person and you would reshoot their music video.
I vaguely remember
And
this.
they basically would send you home like, oh, here's a VHS tape of you singing Oops, I Did It Again.
Do you remember the malls? Okay, so when I used to go to the malls in California when I was a teenager, they would have like that booth where you could green screen yourself.
Yes.
We should have done that.
I know. I can't believe I never did that. But can we talk about like the batshit crazy shows that MTV would put out back then? Do you remember?
Oh, so sexist. So sexist.
Not
so
even
crazy.
sexist. Well, yes, very sexist. But I'm thinking about Pimp My Ride.
Oh, Pimp My Ride was not even true. We found this out years later that Pimp My Ride was a farce.
Don't tell me this. What are you talking about?
Sometimes they were not even the original car. They would have to buy another car because somebody's car was just so bummy.
Okay, but all I care about is, did they get to keep the tricked out cars?
Yeah, but I remember like some of the cars were not like really functional.
Yeah, some of those were. But I saw the wildest one. I don't know if you've seen this. I think it was making the rounds on TikTok, but it was a clip from Pimp My Ride where a girl, because I don't know if you remember, but they'd be like, oh, this is my car, it's so shitty, and I want to be a vet. So they would put like everything cats and puppies in their car, or like, I want to be a chef, so there would be a stove or a functioning kitchen in the car.
This is like when I tell you that the 2000s, early 2000s, early 2010s were a time of exploration, a time of creativity.
Right? So
now,
wondrous.
Everything is like the fucking same Samsung, Android, iPhone.
But bitch, let me tell you, the wildest Pimp My Ride episode, this girl was studying to be a nurse. So they put a whole ass CAT scan machine in her car.
No, you know what's the craziest one? The one where that boy was trying to be a DJ, they put a DJ set in his trunk.
I mean, that's pretty badass. You park anywhere, you gotta party. But when the fuck are you... Is there no radiation in CAT scans? I don't know how they work, but...
Yeah, don't you have to wear the suit when
I
you
don't
take
even
a
know.
scan?
I know they take out bobby pins out of your hair. I don't know what happens.
When I go to the dentist and they take x-rays of my mouth, they made me wear like a suit.
Yeah. I don't know, but... Homegirl, I wonder if she still has her CAT scan machine parked in her driveway.
Shout out to Exhibit.
Oh my god, Exhibit.
No, my favorite was when I really was like watching MTV, like I didn't have to sneak around and watch it anymore. I was watching The Real Life? No, True Life.
Oh, True Life was great.
Dude, they still have True Lives. But these ones are lame now.
But bitch, it was so wild. It was like, True Life, I'm addicted to heroin.
Yes!
And people would be following like these, their subjects. And I remember seeing like, I think they did a behind the scenes with the producers episode one day, and they would talk about how like they weren't allowed to interfere. So they would literally just sit there and watch people do heroin.
Well, they're documentarians. They're just trying to document. Okay. Back in the day, there was no, like, people didn't talk on the internet like they talk, you know what I mean? There was no place to, like, gather
Oh my god,
with your
that
opinion.
was like their vlog.
Yeah, you couldn't gather with your opinion, so True Life would just go off. Nobody would stop them and they couldn't get canceled. True Life, I'm homeless. Remember that one?
No, I never saw that one.
True Life, I'm, like, addicted to sex. That one was crazy.
The ones I remember are True Life, I Have Tourette's.
I watched that one with a guy.
There was a guy and a girl. And then there was True Life, I Have OCD, I remember that one. Those are like the ones that stick out in my brain for some reason.
The ones now.
Oh, and True Life, I'm a Sugar Baby. That one changed my life.
I remember that, the one with the dress.
Yes.
Okay, the True Lives now are so tame. They're like, True Life, my ex is jealous. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Who cares? Let's get back to that good shit. You know what I mean? Like, True Life. I would make, you know what?
I want to hear, like, true life. I'm an insurrectionist. I was at January 6th. That's what I want to hear, bitch.
Yes, bitch. We need to be in charge of a lot of stuff. MTV, Taco Bell,
True
call us
life.
up.
I'm an OnlyFans girl. Like,
There you go. True life, I'm an influencer.
exactly.
I'd watch that.
Oh, so would watch it.
Or True Life, I'm a failed influencer. Like the influencers that go down all the time, like the ones that were on Vine.
Oh,
True
yeah.
Life, I'm canceled.
Bitch, Taco Bell, MTV,
Call us
we
up.
need
Call
a
us
job
up.
because
We'll get you some money.
let's stop saying these ideas because we just can't put them out there for free like this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We talk about kids today. My mom was like, these kids today, because my mom's a elementary teacher, she's like, oh, they're playing Fortnite. I was like, bitch, I was like in 2nd grade playing GTA.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
GTA, the one where they're snorting coke and getting prostitutes. I was playing that shit.
That's
and
hilarious.
And I was like, Mom, you bought it for me.
Oh my god.
I was
I
like,
bet you didn't even
okay.
know what it was.
I know.
No, but yeah, MTV completely opened up my world as a preteen to probably some things I shouldn't have been exposed to, but I love the real world.
That's why I'm never really hard on the teenagers now. Because let me just say, like, the smoking, I heard, has gone down. They're not smoking a lot. They are vaping. But, like, when we were in high school, or not even high school, when I was in middle school, people were, like, snorting Smarties.
Oh my god.
Yeah, snorting
Remember the vodka tampons?
Yes! Listen, we were doing anything to get fucked up because all of our media had people getting fucked up.
Yeah.
And media now, the kids are not really getting that.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching people launch themselves off of things, doing hard drugs, partying, drinking. Do you remember MTV when they would do like spring break?
Yeah.
That was batshit crazy.
I know. Bring that back.
And we were like, I was like 8 years old, 9 years old watching this shit and going, wow, I can't wait to be a teenager.
Right? I always wanted to be on the real world so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Only so I could get on the challenge. Can I even do a push-up? No, but
We're going to get you there, girl.
thanks.
We're going to get you on the challenge.
Thanks. It's going to be hot girl winter.
Yeah, back in the day I think kids now are way more mindful. We were not mindful. We were like ready to die. Okay, we were listening to fucking screamo music. My mom was like, "That is of the devil." We were in skinny jeans. They kept on doing reports on skinny jeans of how it would cut off your circulation. Remember that?
Yeah, and it would lower like your semen count.
Yeah,
like
and
your
they're-
fertility.
Okay, when people like are younger, people are like, "Oh, skinny jeans, fitted jeans." No. We mean skin fucking tight jeans.
Like, how did people even get into them? Jeans?
And then we'd wear skinny jeans, super tight shirts, and then a fucking weird ass headband. Remember that?
Do you remember the belts?
Yes, the studded belts. And then we would comb, like, we'd have the craziest part.
And then you gotta tease the top.
Exactly. And then what is it called? Like when it was like dyed and then your regular hair? It was like.
Like the skunk look?
Yeah, the skunk one. The weirder you were, the more popular you were. I think it's the opposite now.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, we went through 9/11, we went through a recession.
We went through the war in Iraq.
We went through all of high school wearing tight-ass skinny jeans. Like, that's why we didn't give a fuck. Like, how do you recover from that?
The skinny jeans had cut off our circulation. We all were drunk half the time. I was drinking in school.
I never did that. I will say that.
I remember in school, I don't know if your school had this, but like in middle school, that we'd have slushies.
Mm-hmm.
And like each one of in middle school, okay? Each one of my friends every day would bring something alcoholic to put in the slushie, and we all share the slushie. That's how you get mono.
Oh my god, bitch. But I remember finding girls passed out in the bathroom and having to be like, oh, Mr. Rodriguez, there's a girl passed out in her own vomit in the bathroom.
I remember, do you guys have a smoking corner at your high school?
Yeah.
So did we.
Well, it was more like a wall, but it was there.
It had to be across the street from the school for us.
That's funny. No one smokes now.
Nobody smokes, they vape.
But I do feel like if I went to high school nowadays, I would definitely be on edibles constantly in class.
Really?
Yes.
Because you'd be so scared you're gonna get shot. Any parting words?
Well, let's see. In conclusion, MTV.
You could do better.
Oh, I was gonna say hire me.
Oh yeah, me too.
MTV.
Me too.
What
We're
else was
packaged.
it? MTV, Taco Bell, Nora's in Las Vegas. Sponsor us, please.
Yes, please.
Actually, just Nora's. That's it. If somehow we got a free meal at Nora's, like, that is my
If
goal.
we could get like the Chipotle card, the forever card of Chipotle.
There's a
but
forever
only-
Chipotle card.
Yeah, but you have to be like an influencer to get it. If we could get that for Nora's,
That would be. I'm gonna take you to Nora's. One of
I
these
would
days.
I mean, you're
I've
hyping
never
it up.
had the Alfredo there, but everything else has been top notch.
I mean, you've never steered me wrong in terms of pasta, because I went to Amana's.
pizza place?
Yes. Place is fucking bomb.
Okay. See, you give me shows, I'll give you restaurants.
Thank you.
That's how this friendship works.
Anyways,
That's my parting words.
stay safe. It's flooding. It's raining. People are getting their houses raided by the FBI. We're looking at you,
People or ex-presidents?
ex-presidents.
Oh my god.
No, we can't talk about that.
Okay. It will
Okay.
take us another hour.
Bye, guys.
Later, Gator.
Thanks for listening, everybody. If you want more from us, you can find us at
Homies in Retrograde on all social media platforms.